Hey y'all, just want to make this video here. Um, as y'all can all know, I've always been a big supporter in mental health and just anything that has to do with with that stuff. Mental health awareness and all that stuff. Because my personal stories, I kind of dealt with a little bit of you know with that kind of stuff myself. Middle school is when it got worse. My mental, my I guess could say anxiety, my weird, strange anxiety that I got when I was in middle school. I didn't really understand it. I just got to where I was always on edge about stuff. Everything, every single thing would just make me jump. And I think, it all happened, here in the fire drill, drill kind of put me on edge. And everything else, just random loud noises always put me on edge. I was like kind of sweating a little bit. I couldn't really just jump in. And I remember one time when I was outside, it was PE time. I was outside and I was sitting on the bleachers. It was PE time, and I just got to where I was just overwhelmed with anxiety and depression. It was my mind was all cloudy. It was in it cloudy, and I just got to where I just felt like I started crying. I started crying, and I didn't know why. It was embarrassing because um, as you all know, middle school is a time when kids are very judgmental. They can be bullies, and I was very embarrassed about it because I didn't want any of the other kids to see me that way. Because like I said, kids, especially middle school kids, are very judgmental, and just there's other weird uh, episodes of anxiety that I get. Very strange, and like I said, anxiety and depression or any other type of mental illness is very should be taken very seriously. It shouldn't be taken lightly. It should always be taken very seriously because it's something that's very devastating, and it can really have a negative impact on a person's well-being. It don't matter if it's anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, whatever the case may be. It should all be taken very seriously because it's very serious, and it can be very crippling to some people. And I just want to say this, if any of y'all are dealing with any kind of mental illness, doesn't matter what it is, it could be any kind of mental illness. I just want y'all to know that y'all are not alone. There's a lot of people out there that go through the same thing, and and I just think that we all need to be more understanding towards people with, that kind of stuff. Because, I mean, people that have these mental illnesses can't help what they do. They can't always help everything they do, and it's very sad. You know, and I know that schizophrenia is very devastating too. It's a very devastating, crippling disease or mental illness. It's very devastating, and it can really just have an impact on not only the individual, but you know the people around them. The people's family, their family. It can have an impact on the family. It can take a toll on the family. It can really just it's really devastating. And it should be taken very seriously. And I think it's time that we all, people around the world, is that we all start taking this stuff very seriously, and it should be taken very seriously. It shouldn't be taken lightly. And I think what we need to do, what we all need to do, is we all need to show a little bit more compassion towards people, understanding, because we, the people that don't have these illnesses, you know, you never know what goes on through their head. To them that's experiencing these episodes or whatever you may call it. To them, it's very real. In their head, it's very real. They really do believe some of this stuff, and like I said, it's not their fault, you know. And I know that mental illnesses has kind of gotten a bad. People look at it as like, oh my God, they get all freaked out and terrified and scared about it, and some people are even judgmental about it, saying, well, that person's this and that, or you know. But just like the old song says, "Walk a mile in my shoes." That song, and of course, I always use that song because that song has a very important message to it. It's something that I think we all should do. We all should be more understanding towards people, because really, we have no idea what goes on. We don't. We have no idea what goes on through someone's head, And sitting here calling people names and this and that, what some people do, they call people names and this and that. It's just not right. You're not helping the person. You're making them feel worse. I mean, just you know, just try to be more understanding and compassionate towards people that have these illnesses. It's all in the mind, and it's very scary. It don't matter what it is, whether if it's this anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, all of it's scary, and all of it has a negative impact on a person's well-being. And I think it's time that we shed light, that society is more understanding towards these illnesses, because it's something that's very serious. And the more people that educate themselves, and the more people that take the time to do research on these things, I believe that we're one step closer to making this world a better place. We're one step closer to really just, saying, just telling somebody, it's okay, I mean, it's not your fault, and then we can encourage people to get help. We can encourage, we can start learning about these illnesses, and we can stop putting labels on them, and we can stop doing what many people have done, especially on the TV, or how the news media portrays people with these illnesses. We can put aside all that BS, and we can just, you know, try to be there for them. Try to comfort them the best way we can. And I mean, if we start doing this, this world will be a much better place. Just put aside all the judgments, all the criticism. Just let all that go. Just let all that go, and just try to be more understanding towards people. Because really, we have no idea what goes on in somebody's head. We have no idea. And we have no idea how they feel. How that individual feels, how it makes them feel. They could be suffering inside because of this. Them themselves probably don't know what's going on. It probably scares them to death too, because they don't know what's going on with them. It's not their fault, and I think it's time to put aside all criticisms, all judgments, all labels. Throw all that shit away. Just throw all that shit away, and just try to be more understanding towards people. And just like, and I gotta say this because this is one of my favorite quotes of all time. Just like with what Elvis said on stage in 1970 in Las Vegas, he said, "You never stood in that man's shoes, or saw things through his eyes, or stood and watched with helpless hands while the heart inside you dies. So help your brother along the way, no matter where he starts. For the same God that made you made him too. These men with broken hearts. And it's more than just men, it's women too. It's everybody. It don't matter what gender you are. That quote goes for every single person on this planet. It goes for every single person on this planet. So we all need to start doing our part. We all need to start doing our part, and we all need to start trying to make this world a better place. Start to make this world a more understanding, more compassionate towards other people suffering and mental issues. Alright, just something for y'all to think about, before y'all criticize somebody with a mental illness. Just think about, try to put yourself in their shoes and how they're feeling and how it makes them feel, because I can guarantee you the same thing when people suffer with anxiety and depression. I'm pretty sure the same people that are suffering through schizophrenia and all kinds of other mental illnesses, I can guarantee you that what goes on through their head is confusing. They're probably scared to death because they don't know what's going on. They have that same fear because they're confused. They don't know what's going on. They don't know. So yeah, I just want to make this video. This is gonna be a mental health awareness video. And quite frankly, if you ask me, I think every single day should be mental health awareness. Every single day should be mental health awareness. Just not wait for a month. No, let's not wait for a month. Let's make this an every single day type of thing. Because this issue is on the rise. Mental health problems are rising in today's society. They're on the rise. More and more people are starting to have, mental issues and mental illnesses. It's on the rise. And we need to wake up, and we need to start taking this more seriously. And we just need to lend out a helping hand. Make this world a better place to live in. Alright. I just wanted to say that. It's a good time. Very, I'm very compassionate. I'm very passionate about this because this is real. This is no joke. This is real. People are suffering through this. Alright, so just want to make this video. So TCB, and God bless.